Come on in, come on in. We are finding or feeling peace together now. This is the 53rd live stream. Each morning we get together and we find and feel the peace together. And this is an exciting episode of this live stream. Did I mention it was the 53rd in a row? That's right, 53 mornings in a row. It's exciting because we're going to talk about something that may just change your outlook on life and living. And it is exemplified by the advice that you've probably heard 1,000 times. Just be yourself. Just be yourself, they say. Well, which self are they referring to? Are they referring to the self, the I that would like to sit on the couch with the cats and watch Netflix all day? Or are they talking about the self that wants to paint that painting and get it out and show it to folks hanging on the wall in the local coffee shop? Are they talking about the self, the I that goes to work each day hating their job? Or are they talking about the self that dreams of the creative life that they have wanted since they were a child? Which is it? Which I are we referring to? Gurdjieff and Ouspensky, they drew this diagram, and they drew it much better because they had a much rounder circle. But instead of them explaining that there is one I and it gets torn by thoughts coming and going and thoughts that cannot stop, they drew this diagram and said, what if there is an I for that one that wants to sit on the couch, and an I that wants to paint that painting, an I that feels terrible going to their job, and an I that dreams of the perfect way to receive money. What if we are, instead of one, we are these many I's, and in each moment we focus on one of those I's? Wouldn't that make much more sense? You may notice that the I, the self that wants to sit on the couch, if you step into that situation, you may notice where in your body that I lives. And when you dream about finishing that painting and taking it to that coffee shop and asking that they put it on the wall, well, that I, you feel that in a different place in your body or around you. I was working with a client just yesterday, and she said, I know that there is a person who doesn't like me and is trying to do things to hurt me. So that's an I. And then she says, and I notice that I know that this person cannot hurt me. So there's another I. And then she says, so I'm feeling this confusion because I feel that this person is going to do something to hurt me, and I know that there is no way that they can hurt me. So there is a third I that notices the other two I's. Fascinating. So what we did is we sat down and said, okay, where in your body or around is the one that notices the person that doesn't like you, that is trying to hurt you? She noticed where it was. And then she says, I asked, well, where is the part that knows that that person cannot hurt you? And it was, the sensations were in a totally different spot. And then I asked, okay, where is the eye that notices both of those eyes? And of course, that was in the thinking head. You might have guessed that. She decided to work with the eye that was feeling the threat. And as we worked with the eye, we found what that eye truly wanted. First, wanted safety. Yes. And as we worked through, we found that that eye wanted what just about every part of us does want. But I'm not going to spoil that for you. It's for you to discover on your own. So when you hear someone tell you, just be yourself, let that be a wake-up call. And notice just what self, what I, are they referring to? And then notice the other eyes that want different things. And notice how you can choose the eye in each moment. And only when you can consciously, when you do consciously choose the I that you want as the self that you want to be, does this advice about being yourself make any sense. How do we do this? How do we be quiet enough to notice these eyes? We do it with a simultaneous peace. Yes. Now we just notice the peace that is in, around, and throughout all, that includes all of our parts. We just feel this peace now. And I invite you, as you go through your day, to let this peace radiate through and transform the situations, your interactions with folks. Just allow it, this peace, to be you now. I do hope this serves you. And I will talk with you tomorrow.